To start with, my name is Comrade Splendour Oko Eze, the governorship candidate of Labour Party in the just concluded governorship election 2023. The matter started right from when we conducted party primaries. And as at that time, I was the state chairman of Labour Party that conducted the primary of Labour Party in Ebonyi State on the 9th of June 2022. Before the conduct of the primary, there was no His Excellency P2B in Labour Party. So practically things were very difficult to, achieve that period. So Abure, Barrister Julius Abure was on my neck to help the party to conduct the primaries. All my effort to get the national leadership of Labour Party to assist in the conduct of the primary proved abortive. I resorted to selling off my property, in a choice location in the state. And that is where I was able to generate the money I used in conducting the same primary. After the conduct of the primary, Barrister Julius Abure was very excited. He said that he never knew that I can single-handedly conduct that kind of primary, that he knew that a lot of money must have gone in. I said, yeah. He said, okay, that I should not worry, that the party will see to that. I thanked him. After the primary was conducted on the 9th of June. So the next month, Abure called me that I should please come to Abuja, that there is a development. And I said, okay. I boarded the next available flight, came to Abuja, met with Abure. In my own way, I was thinking that maybe the party wanted to reimburse me of the money I spent in conducting the primary. Little did I know that Abure has struck a deal with a man he referred to as a big fish, that left APC. He participated in APC governorship primary, where he failed woefully, and then jumped over to Labour Party. Instead of coming to the party at the state level to identify with the party, probably go to his ward, tender a resignation letter, then resign formally from his party, APC, before coming over to Labour Party. He did not resign, which means he was still in APC, and then jumped over to Labour Party. So instead of meeting me in the state, he chose to meet organizing secretary, former organizing secretary, Clement Ojukwu, who in turn took him to Abure, Barrister Julius Abure, and they struck a deal. The man made a confessional statement that he first of all gave them 200 million naira, which he paid through Oluchi, the treasurer, in 4 installments, 50 million. That was what exchanged hands with Abure and the man called architect Edward Nkwego, the owner of Barcelona Hotel. So with the money Abure collected from him, Abure didn't deem it necessary to even hear from me. What Abure now demanded is that I should write a withdrawal letter and give to him that he has gotten a big fish. I said, who is the big fish? It took him a lot of time to tell me the name of the big fish he caught. Until I continued to press, he now summoned the courage to tell me whom the man is. I said, this man you just mentioned is of the APC. And the man is a mole sent to Labour Party to destroy Labour Party. And we cannot do that. We have suffered a lot to have this party destroyed by an agent of the APC. But because of the money he has collected, he gave a deaf ear to all my advice to him. I told him that in terms of popularity, political popularity in the state, that I am more popular than this person you are talking about withdrawing to. That in 2019, I contested governorship position against the incumbent governor, Engineer David Weze Umahi. I ran for that position with the platform of Advanced Congress of Democrats, ACD. All the effort of the incumbent government to get me into stepping down proved abortive. I contested, and at the end, they declared the incumbent winner. I went home. Now, it's 2023. I have my structures intact. And I'm more popular than him. I cannot withdraw for him because he's not going to win the election. He is not even prepared to run election. With that, we had a disagreement. I left in anger. But Sir Julius Abure told me, right before me, that since I have refused to withdraw for his big fish, that he is going to prove to me that he is the national chairman of Labour Party and that his was our final. I told him, okay, let's see how it goes. I left. When I got to Ebonyi State, 2 days after that meeting, or thereabout, 3 days after the meeting with him, I got a call from INEC. They told me that there is a letter, a withdrawal letter that was sent to the commission indicating that I'm no longer interested in running the race, that I'm incapacitated. Therefore, they have brought in a replacement in the name of that same man, Architect Edward Nkwege. I told them it's not possible because I know the law. That the law says if you must withdraw, that the withdrawal letter that has to be submitted to INEC must emanate from you, that you must write personally to the party, stating the reason why you are no longer interested in the race. Submit the same letter personally to the party, who will now submit to INEC. That all of these things never happened. So I don't think that Abure, being a lawyer, can do that, all of those things. You know, but on the second thought, I said, maybe go and verify whether this allegation is true. I now came to INEC and demanded to see what they submitted. The staff told me that they don't operate in such a manner, that I have to inform my lawyer to write them demanding for the CTC of those documents that were submitted. I quickly called my lawyer here in Abuja. I asked him to write INEC immediately that I want to see all the letters submitted to INEC by the party, Julius Abure. Eventually, I got the CTC of all the things they submitted to INEC. Behold, my signature was forged. I have one signature. I don't have two signatures. And this signature, way back my secondary school days, I had the signature to date. Even at the bank, I operate one signature. When I saw this thing, I saw that what they use is initial. My name is Eze Oko, official name in my certificate. So what they did was that they used E for Eze and O for Oko, initial. That is what they use as my signature. And I'm so surprised that I can accept that kind of thing. So with that, I was very upset. So I had to instruct my lawyer to write a petition to the police. So my lawyer wrote to Inspector General of Police, demanding for investigation, of this crime. The petition referred to case of forgery, perjury, and criminal conspiracy. So police, went into the matter, conducted a forensic examination, and the forensic examination report came out that my signature was forged. So the matter started. They have even issued, a certified true copy of their report. We have it. So as the matter proceeded, Barrister Julius Abure, in his normal way of doing things, because he doesn't care about anybody, he's so selfish, he just cares about himself. What he did was to instruct Oluchi, the treasurer, the former treasurer of Labour Party, to go to Ebonyi State and conduct a substitution primary for that Architect Edward Nkwege without my consent. I didn't even know the venue. I didn't know how they did it. I hadn't withdrawn from the race. So when I saw their moves, I said, I am a law-abiding citizen. I approached the court, the Federal High Court, and the matter started there. As God may have it, the court set aside the substitution primary they conducted and reaffirmed that I am the governorship candidate of Labour Party, that my signature was manipulated. It's in the judgment that I remain the authentic candidate of Labour Party for governorship position in Ebonyi State. They were not pleased with that judgment. They went and appealed the judgment. So we went to Court of Appeal Enugu. The matter started again. At the end, the Court of Appeal in Enugu dismissed their suit and reaffirmed that I'm the governorship candidate. They were still not satisfied. You know, they have money that they have collected from people. So they took me to Supreme Court, Abuja here. I continue to spend money, you know, but because I know that what I'm doing is right, I have to continue to do what I'm doing. That time there was nobody assisting me, so I was doing it. We got to Supreme Court. Supreme Court further dismissed their suit and affirmed that I'm the governorship candidate. So the matter started that way. So the other day, before the governorship election proper, my phone rang. It was organizing secretary, former organizing secretary, Clement Ojukwu. He invited me. He told me right there that, please, he was with His Excellency P2B, that His Excellency P2B wants to talk to me, that he wants to see me. So I said, okay. He gave the phone to His Excellency P2B. I spoke with him that I should come, that he wants to see me. You know, eventually I went and met with him. He apologized. But Sir Julius Abure was there seated. His Excellency P2B was seated. Organizing secretary, former organizing secretary Batuago was seated. He pleaded with Sir Julius Abure to preside over the meeting. But Sir Julius Abure declined. He couldn't preside over the meeting because he couldn't look at me eyeball to eyeball. He knew that he had wronged me. He couldn't look at me. So eventually, His Excellency P2B, in his wisdom, took over, you know, the meeting and presided. He first of all apologized to me that he never knew that I'm the governorship candidate of Labour Party, that these people continue to present a wrong person to him, and he has been working with this person, that it was Senator Victor Ume who called him to order, who reminded him of the fact that I am the governorship candidate of Labour Party, and that the window for substitution in INEC has elapsed and there's nothing anybody can do about it, that I should go back to my state and continue with my rally and my campaign. With that, I thanked him, we snapped pictures. I left for Ebonyi State and continued my rally. But I was surprised at the middle of my rally, because we have 13 local governments in Ebonyi State. I had covered some local government. To my surprise, His Excellency was seen in Arise TV, you know, saying that Labour Party in Ebonyi State has no governorship candidate, knowing fully well that I have all the judgment in all the courts in my favor. And as at the time we were having this issue, it was not party that would determine who is the candidate. Neither is INEC that will determine who the candidate. It is only court of competent jurisdiction that will determine the candidate as at that moment, because there was already, you know, dispute. So all the courts in Nigeria, from Federal High Court, Court of Appeal, and Supreme Court, all affirmed that I'm the candidate. So I was so astonished to hear His Excellency P2B say there's no governorship candidate in Labour Party. But that should be a story for another day. But the truth is that Labour Party, under the leadership of Barrister Julius Abure, you know, the former chairman of Labour Party, you know, did not concentrate more in winning the election. Rather, he was interested in, you know, having deals with people who are not members of Labour Party. The same thing happened in Edo, where Honorable Murphy, who is the candidate for Federal House of Rep in Edo, who emerged as a validly nominated candidate for that election, was shortchanged, was substituted illegally, the same way I was substituted. His signature was forged as well. You know, and in all of distance, Abure will always go to collect money. In my case, he collected 200 million naira at a go in 4 installments. This is a confessional statement the man they extorted this money from made to the police. At the long run, they continued to extort money from the man in the way of going to court and all that. And the man said he has spent well over 400 million in this matter. The same thing he did in Edo, the same thing he did in Lagos. So my question is, in all of these things you are doing, how are you supporting His Excellency P2B to become the president with all this attitude? So this is where we got ourselves and I said, since we, the youths, because I believe that this particular electioneering period is centered on the youth, that the youth have woken up from their political slumber and they want to take back their country. If youths like us can aspire to become a governor, to become president, to become senators, so people like Abure should not shortchange us simply because they want to make money. Thank you.